So yesterday I did my 4-park challenge. All 4 parks, 4 Mickey hugs, 4 attractions in each park, and then back to Magic Kingdom for Happily Ever After. All while spending $0 and not using lightning lanes. And I have 0 regrets. Today, I've rewarded myself with a bit more of a civilized morning. I spent the morning with my family, who I've hardly seen this trip because I've been at the parks every day. We all sat down, had breakfast and had a massive catch up. Then I've got myself packed, ready to go back to the UK, and then I've come over here to Disney Springs. No rides, no rope drop, no panic, just a slow wander, a bit of window shopping, and just wanting to see what Disney Springs actually can offer if you're not here to eat or shop. Believe it or not, there's so much to do here that isn't about emptying your wallet. So we've reached the last day of the trip, and so here is where we stand with the budget. Remember, we started off with £1,200 for the whole trip, including food, drinks, souvenirs, accommodation, flights, tickets, car hire. So after everything, and after a late night last night, I had to stop off and get something to eat. So that took my budget down to $73.14 remaining today, plus the $32 still on my Disney gift card from my day at Epcot. So today's mission is simple. Enjoy Disney Springs without completely undoing yesterday's self-control and not buying too much because I have no more space in my suitcase. So the one thing I love about Disney Springs is the atmosphere. There's this really awesome, cool Disney vibe to the place, especially at night and during the holiday season where it's all lit up and decorated for Christmas. It is truly stunning. The best part is you don't even need a ticket to get here, and you don't need to rush. This place is at its best when you slow down and take it all in, exploring all the shops, which are more than just Disney vendors, enjoying the architecture, scenery, the crowd, and the music. So when I was here in October, my first stop after the airport was Disney Springs to pick up my annual pass. It was truly a great moment and a great feeling. So I don't know if this is a normal everyday occurrence with Disney. I reached out to them letting them know what I was going to be doing and what I had planned and what ticket I had. I asked them if there was any options for me to do something by upgrading my ticket. Customer services and guest relations really did help and allowed me to take my ticket, upgrade it to an annual pass, and take the money that the ticket had cost me off the price of the pass. For a Disney nerd like me, being an annual pass holder really does feel like an achievement, especially being from the UK. If you're not a Florida or US resident, you only really have the one option for your annual pass ticket, which is the most expensive pass they sell. I believe the total was $1,749, I believe. Can't remember exactly, minus the price of the ticket I had already purchased for my 14-day pass. This gives me 365 days access to all the parks. You do have the option to add extras, such as water parks, golf, sports, and photo pass. I did add the photo pass option for an additional $99, purely because I feel for a full year of photo pass pictures, especially if I'm doing content trips on my own, it really adds value to getting some really good high quality professional photos that I can use both for my blog and for YouTube. So once again, a big thank you to Disney reps and guest relations for helping me out achieve this goal. Oh, other perks of the annual pass. The additional annual pass perks, such as free parking, discounts on food and merchandise. Again, a big thank you to Disney for helping me sort this out and upgrading my ticket for me. So Disney Springs isn't just a shopping centre, it's split into several different areas really. Each one looking slightly different with its own materials and architecture. Each with its own design and style. Stores vary as well in each location. You've got the town centre, the landing, marketplace, and each one feels ever so slightly different if you just pay attention. So if you're wondering what there is to do at Disney Springs, besides shopping and eating, well, let's take a look. The movies, as well as movies and eating. You have live entertainment. Ride in a hot air balloon and get a bird's eye view of Disney Springs. So, bowling. Giant chocolate photo ops. Or you've got Cirque du Soleil. My personal favourite place here at Disney Springs. By the time I actually get around to editing this video, level 99. Challenge rooms.
My name's very fast ride.
Disney Springs also home to Gideon's Bakehouse, possibly one of the busiest, most popular locations here at Disney Springs. When you factor in, they sell cookies, cake, and cold brew. For example, that is the line for the virtual queue return time. Take a ride on the lake in a car that turns into a boat, only at Disney Springs.
You got me. Yeah.
And at Christmas, you also have the Disney Springs Christmas Tree Stroll, a free walkabout where you can pick up a little map with a sticker sheet, find all the themed trees scattered around the area, and redeem your completed map for a small keepsake. This is Uniqlo. If you're buying merch on a budget, this is actually one of the smarter places to do it. But remember, I am trying to behave, so I'm only looking. I honestly wonder what Disney Imagineer thought to themselves, what could we do with Lego?
Oh, that is Thomas, man.
And one of the other popular locations here at Disney Springs, the Lego store. Live entertainment. The world of Disney is the big one. Great for browsing, great for inspiration, dangerous for your budget. Even more so, really dangerous for mine. I'm not buying anything, I'm just looking, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. This is where Disney is going to test my willpower. More live entertainment. You've got rides, in case you haven't had enough of those at the theme parks. Even more attractions. And if you love Christmas year round, and the ye old Christmas shop at Magic Kingdom just wasn't enough for you, we have the Christmas shop.
It's so cool. Do you like to do ballet? That's so cool. Show me your favorite ballet move. Can I see your favorite?
And with that, my time at Disney Springs is done. Honestly, you could spend the whole day here quite easily. There's so much to see. Even if you just want to do a bit of people watching, it is a slightly less busy day than a park. However, on a side note, weekends, if you can avoid coming here on a weekend, that would be best. It is busy every day, but weekends does get usually a little bit busier, especially on Sundays, I have noticed. Being here at night is also amazing. The vibes, the music, the whole place comes alive with the lights. If you do decide you want to come to Disney Springs, especially if you want to eat, I recommend trying to book a reservation for somewhere. The restaurants here at Disney Springs all have options for reservation and walk up. In the evenings, especially on Fridays and weekends, it does get extremely busy. So I would always recommend, if there's a particular restaurant you want to eat at, then try to get a reservation for it. That just about does it for my time here at Disney Springs. Time for me to head over to the airport. I'm going to pass you over now to a slightly more emotional goodbye from me. But I will hope to see you all in the next one. So before I head to the airport, I just want to take a moment to say to every cast member at Disney and Universal, thank you for the smiles, the patience, the kindness, the moments you probably didn't even realistically realise actually made a huge difference. You made this humble me feel welcome every single day at the parks, and that is something that I truly won't forget. Also, thank you to anyone who approached me in the parks, stopped for a chat, asked what I was filming, or just wished me good luck and happy holidays. Thank you. Those moments meant more than any of you could possibly know. And to anyone who's watched these videos, commented, liked, shared, subscribed, or simply just followed along quietly, thank you for giving me and this whole adventure a chance. The biggest thank you goes to my family and friends. Without your support, encouragement and belief, I don't think I ever would have put myself out there. All those ideas, plans and thoughts would have stayed floating forever in my mind and heart. This has been an emotional journey, and honestly I have loved every single second of it, and I wouldn't change any of it for the world. I hope this isn't the end of my content journey. I'm now hopeful I might be able to recover some of that October lost footage, and if I do, even though the moments have passed, I'm hoping to be able to string enough together to put some sort of content out there, as I feel it's an important part of my journey. I hope I've improved as these videos have gone on. I hope I've been able to offer something of value, something useful, honest, or just enjoyable or funny. I leave this trip with a new appreciation for everyone who creates content in the parks. It isn't easy, it's hard work, and to everyone who does this, I genuinely thank you for all the effort, the sacrifices, and the time you give to make something for others. I now am heading to the airport, budget still intact, a budget trip completed under the original £1,200 plan. I'm extremely proud of my 4 parks in one day challenge, completing 14 attractions across the 4 parks, having 4 massive Mickey hugs, seeing Happily Ever After, spending $0 and achieving this with no lightning lanes. It's a big tick off my Disney rite of passage journey. I'm so pleased I've captured it and have decided to share it with you. Thank you for watching. Up next, I'll be heading to Disneyland Paris for the first time ever with my daughter for her birthday next month. Then I'll be back here next summer for a family vacation, and who knows, with any luck, I may even be back sooner. I'm Michael, and I sincerely hope you have enjoyed going beyond the magic.